Be rolling. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. We want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who well. Peace and blessings unto the sharpness push forward in the truth about the four corners of the earth. We want to say shalom to your brothers, keep pushing. And the double shalom unto the Israelites that's looking like the other nations and the sharp Wadim. We want to say shalom to your brothers and sisters as well. We the GMS Line St. Louis Camp. And we coming back at it with another in the class lesson. And I'm going to entitle this lesson More Seducing Spirits and Doctrines of Devils. Okay? Because right now, it's always a sifting season. Okay, this year, 2024, the year of Jacob's trouble. The Lord is separating the billy goats from the sheep. Okay, and all these different camps are basically showing their asses and coming up with all these wayward doctrines. You know, you got this guy right here over there in the UK. You know, you got Sakari, Bishop Nathaniel, GOCC, ISUBK, etc., etc. You know, there's only one camp that got the 100% truth, and we say that humbly because it's the Most High's truth. Okay, it's not our truth, it's the Most High's truth. Okay, and so I was gonna play this video, and then we gonna hop into some precepts, and Lord willing, be edifying. So I'll start off with the title. So the Aborigines are not the sons of Noah; they are the ego people. And ego people basically stands for ecosystem. All right. And which I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything because we all come from the ecosystem. The Most High made an ecosystem, you know, with the Israelite man being the top. All right. So without further ado, we're going to play this video and let's be edifying.
When you go to America, people want to go to America to Canada to make for a better life. It was the same thing back then. Egypt was so how can people that wear stuff around the links be so sophisticated? Sometimes you have to use common sense, man.
Yeah, because even when you look at ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, you don't see no plates in their mouths and all that. So where did that come from, man? So you guys are not breaking down the scriptures properly, man. You know, that's why Yahweh has sent his men here to come and bring clarification for the judgment. So
with the eugenics, we're gonna find out what I'm saying. Eugenics people.
Yeah. So like we said, obviously Apostle Tahara, he came on the scene. He gave the basic understanding. You understand? Just like kindergarten, like the school when you start school. Right. So the San people of Angola, the Plate-Lipped Mercy peoples, and many others across the other continents, like the Eskimo peoples, man. So what tribe would they be from then? You know the guys that live in the igloos?
Yeah.
Which of the sons of Noah did they come from? And all of you keep saying that the first man was a so-called black man. So that means Noah was a black man. So how the hell did he give birth to those Eskimo people, man? Right, so check this out now. The Eskimo peoples of Alaska, all these peoples were created to regulate the ecosystem.
Right.
So get Deuteronomy 7:22. Alright? So all these peoples were created to regulate the ecosystem pertaining to Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 22. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 22. Alright? That's going to give you an understanding as to why Yahweh created those ecosystems.
And this nigga, hold on, Sluggy. This nigga saying Yahweh, so he even messing up the name, and as you can see at the bottom, supposed to be Yahweh Shai. So he basically taking off the like the pronunciation, like it's Yahweh Shai, like the A is silent. All right, he's saying it Yahweh Shai. So the Lord pretty much took his name from him. Okay. Are you gonna say something?
Say he don't even got the spirit. My man's reading off a notebook, word for word, you know.
Kind. Yeah. It's only just a little bit more, like a minute or two. It's like you.
Which really, if you get into it, they were created on the 6th day, man. Alright? Because on the 6th day of creation, it tells you that Yahweh had created man. Male and female created he them.
Right.
That was on the 6th day. And you can't tell me that was Adam. Because when you read the scripture, it says Adam didn't have a helper. Yahweh had to put him in a deep sleep, take his rib, and that's when Eve came about. But then in Genesis 1:26, it says he created two of them, male and female, man. So why is he now coming back on himself to now come and put Adam into a deep sleep, take his rib and make Eve? So it shows you there were two different peoples, man.
Okay, yeah, that's enough of that, man. So Khan, yeah, this is a dog returning back to his own vomit. All right, this is it's comical, like every time when I watch stuff like this, you brothers out there, be mindful and thank you how much me out shut it didn't bug you up like this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with yours, right?
The book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Chapter 16, verse 17 says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them."
Right. So you gotta avoid niggas like this, man, because they basically teaching for their own belly. Like this nigga. Like first he got the Apostle Tahar's name wrong. He said Tahara. All right. Nigga, it's Apostle Tahar. All right. He's saying that, oh yeah, the Apostle Tahar just basically just paved the way, and I'm gonna come in and like the Apostle Tahar was just that kindergarten teacher, like that preschool. Now I got the real doctrine, and I'm finna come in and I'm finna show them how it's done. And we done seen this spirit many, many times. All right. And the scripture says what? Evil men and seducers shall wax what? Worse and worse. Okay. So we're gonna go into the book of, matter of fact, we can go to Genesis, the first chapter first before we get there. So yeah, I can read this. So Genesis 1. And I'm gonna ask y'all brothers a question. So what day did the Lord make man? The 5th day, right? So he's saying that the Lord made man the 6th day. So he basically, right? So he twisted the scriptures, and like that's pretty much what they believe in the Christian church, because man is a living creature. Man became a living soul the 6th day, which was what the Lord giving the law, statutes, commandments to Adam. Okay. And matter of fact, I started 20. So Genesis 1:20. And the power said, there's a word there, God is plural, Elohim. And the power said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And powers created great whales and every living creature that moveth, right? Is man a living creature? Right, so it moves. All right. Which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the power saw that it was good. And the powers blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply upon the earth. And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. All right. And the power said, let the earth bring forth every living creature after his kind, and cattle, and creeping thing, and the beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And the powers made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle and after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And the power saw that it was good. Right? So yeah, man was already living. And the power said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let him have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the powers created man in his own image, and the image of God created he them. Male and female created he them, right? So he basically gave them what? He gave them order. Okay, he gave them the law, statutes, commandments, and that man particularly that he gave order to was who? Adam. And Adam means what? Anybody know? Right. So yeah, what's the Hebrew word? Adam. Khan. Yep. So Adama. Okay, so now we finna get into. I go to. What did I tell you to hold again?
Genesis
7. Okay, so we gonna go to 4 first. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we gonna go into 7.
This is Genesis 4, starting at the 16th verse.
Okay.
Right? And it says, and Cain went out from the presence of the Lord Yahweh and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of the garden.
Right.
17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
Right. So basically, so he's saying that that Yahweh basically took Eve from Adam's rib, and which we already know that that's what? That's a metaphor. Okay? So now, if you believe that Yahweh took a rib from Adam, that means you believe that Adam and Eve were the only two people on earth. Okay? And he's saying that all like Adam and these ego people are two different people. Like, nah. The Lord created all men and all women. Scripture says what? Male and female created them. We just read it.
on the same day.
Right, on the same day. But that particular man, he gave his law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? So let's go to 2. Right? So Genesis 2:1, and the Lord power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And a rib which the Lord power hath given from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Right. So does any brother know what that means?
Basically, they from the same lineage, basically.
Right.
Same thing.
Right. And
Precept.
God, yeah, go ahead. What is it?
I think it's trying to see it. Genesis. Trying to see. I know it's somewhere in Genesis. I think it was with Abraham.
Bone of my bone?
Come.
Yeah, it's 29. I had that too. It's 29 and 13.
Come. I'll just read it off the screen.
It's not even going. There we go. Okay, go ahead.
John, this is Genesis 29:13, and it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house, and he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh, and he abide with him the space of a month.
Right. You want to break it down?
And basically what this is talking about is basically Jacob grandmother is Sarah, and basically Laban is from Syria and stuff like that.
Okay.
Basically when Abraham sent that servant to go get Isaac a wife from his land, basically from his people, basically Syrians.
Right.
So he told him not to get a wife of the Canaanites because it was just, he told him that. And basically
they wasn't of that lineage.
Basically.
So right.
Yeah. And basically our people dwell within Syria and stuff like that.
That's right. You know, before we was actually called Israelites, yeah, we was known as the sons of God.
It's like I butchered that up. I was trying to explain.
That's all good. Yeah. You already know where you're getting at. Alright. So, okay, so you can go to Genesis 7 and start at 5. Come.
This is Genesis 7 and verse 5. And Noah did according unto all that Yahweh commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives with him into the ark because of the waters of the flood. Keep going.
Right. And kind, so yeah. So he was 600 years old and all that. And so it was Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, their wife. So how many people is that? 8. Right? So yeah, it was only 8 people that survived during the flood. Alright? Yeah, keep going.
Verse 8, and the reason it says of clean beasts and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. There went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, and as the power had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And the self same day entered Noah, and Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark.
Okay. Alright, so skip down to 20.
This is verse 20. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh that moved upon the earth. All flesh died that moved upon the earth.
Wait, it said what?
All flesh died that moved upon the earth.
No, it was the ego people that survived.
All flesh died that moved upon the earth.
Keep going.
Both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man and all in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died.
Right. So everything was destroyed. So like the only thing that made it was the animals that was in the ark and Noah and his family. So yeah, everything died. All right. Yeah, just finish it off.
Verse 23. And the reason it says, and every living substance was destroyed which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days.
Right. And so like the whole earth was covered. Okay? And see, if you don't teach that, because at one point in time the earth was what? Like crime. Yeah, it was Pangea, right?
Right.
So like the flood basically like broke that all up. You know? So like how in the hell like these people on the other side of the world, if the continent was all one landmass. So what the hell is this guy talking about?
And just think about how destructive that was, you know.
Right.
Who can survive that unless she was in the ark?
Right, because it said the mountains, you know? Like bro, like you think the earth flat or something? Like
No.
see this guy's doctrine. You see, like when you mess up on one thing, like your whole doctrine is faulty. That's why you have to have 100% truth.
Remember, we learned the kindergarten shit.
That's right.
Brother, it said that every man breathing on dry land, not in the water, they had gills.
What Elder Yasser would say, he said, so you telling me some people was hanging at the bottom of the boat?
Right.
Yeah, kind of. Say, Luke 11.
11 at the
11 is a whole
kind.
lot, you know.
Matter of fact, we can pull that. That's in what, Galatians 6 and 7?
Yeah, so I guess some people survive and they turn into fishes. So, wow, man.
The Lord brought
Nah,
those chariots, but it doesn't say
that's not it. That's I think it's First Thessalonians 5 actually.
God, I got it.
Where is it?
1 Corinthians 5 and 6.
1 Corinthians.
And it's in Galatians 5 and 9 too.
Okay.
But I think 1 Corinthians 5.
Yeah, I'm at 1 Corinthians. You can go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5, starting at verse 6. It says, your glorifying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even the Mashiach our Passover is sacrificed for us.
Right. So so yeah, a little leaven the whole lump. And the whole purpose of our Passover is to what? Get all the leaven out. So like all the things is gonna grow. Because when you put leaven into bread, what happens to the bread? It rises. You know, it's the same thing with wickedness. So like a little bit of wickedness get in there, it's just gonna grow and grow and grow and keep growing. So that's why you gotta cut it out. So it's all symbolic. Alright. So Rod, can you get 1 Timothy 4? Did you have a precept?
Kai, it's Proverbs 30 on you.
Okay. Proverbs 30 and what?
5. It says, and every word Yahweh is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a lie.
Let me break it down, bro.
Plain and simple, you're clearly adding to the scripture. You're telling a story that isn't in the scriptures. You're calling the Lord a liar by saying, yeah, we know it says all flesh, but it didn't get all flesh. It ain't written there. There was 2 boats or something like that. You know? And, you know, you're clearly adding, and it's just comical. And none of them guys can see it. You know, it's just funny. There's a bunch of people that attend to the ecosystem. That's just hilarious to me.
So, somewhere in the scriptures, the Lord told these people to build a raft, and Noah then was on the ark.
Right.
And you're clearly adding, and you're going to get reproved if you found a lie. Right?
That's right.
Add not to his word.
Okay. Yeah, hey.
Right. They got little paddles and shit, man.
And please tell me, how did they survive 150 days with no food? You see what I'm saying? Like, you could just add, like the brother said, you just keep adding, pushing, like, cause like the brother mentioned the Pangea, I ain't thinking about it. I said, yeah, what the fuck were they at? And how did you survive 150 days with what you gonna add now so the Lord favor them? So you add to the scripture.
Well, these niggas was trading water somewhere or some shit, man.
What they eating? What they eating?
That's right.
150 days with no food, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, all flesh dies.
That's right.
The water was a little shallow.
Right, and that's why like when you go into Genesis the 7th chapter, because like most people think that it was just 2 and 2, right? It was 2 pairs of unclean animals and 7 pairs of clean animals because they was eating food, you know. Right?
It gets overlooked a lot. 2 and not just 2 and 2. Clean was compared to 7.
That's right. So it was
eating and sacrificing.
That's right. And I was just gonna get that Galatians 5 and 9 too, just for viewers' sake. A little leaven the whole lump, right? Okay. And you got that 1 Timothy for me?
1 Timothy 4. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Right. So doctrines of devils, man. That's a doctrine of the devil. Okay. You know, the devil means what? Deceiver. So you deceiving, first off, you deceived yourself, and now you're deceiving other people. But we know that this has to play out because, like in Job, 12, it says, what the deceiver are Yahweh's. All right? Keep going.
speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meat which Yahweh hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
Right, yeah, so speaking lies and hypocrisy, you know, you getting the name of the Most High wrong. You know, then you're getting the breakdowns wrong. All right, shit, just everything a complete mess, man. All right, and you got your conscience seared with a hot iron. All right, and this goes into the Christian church. You know, forbidden to marry because you know they forbidden to marry in the Catholic Church. Like, meanwhile, the priest, you know, he's so holy, and yeah, I ain't having no sex, but he touching on like little boys, and the nuns touching on little girls, right? And it says they're commanded to abstain from meats which Yahweh created to be received for thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth, right? Because you know you also got a lot of so-called vegan Israelites, all right? Yeah, and this ain't talking about pork is clean or nothing like that, because that's not true, right? Because the Most High created meats to be received with thanksgiving, all right? So you got chicken, fish with fins and scales, lamb, beef, okay? You got deer meat, etc., etc. Go to the dietary law, all right? Keep going. Verse 4.
For every creature of Yahweh is good, and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. For it is sanctified by the word of Yahweh and prayer.
Right. So kind of that's pretty much it on that. Razak, can you give me Luke 12 and 43?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 43.
Okay.
Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth, I say unto you that he would make him ruler over all that he hath. And if that servant say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the manservants and maidens, and to eat and drink and to be drunken, the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint his portion with the unbelievers. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and he prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Right, so you shall be beaten with many stripes. You know, so yeah, all the Fallout Boys. All right. So yeah, all the like the deep niggas. Shit, where they at? Like everybody that done came up against Great Millstone, they done all like where they at? They all done came to naught. And so, and so what make these clowns any different? I mean, we just keep seeing the same thing over and over again. You know, like tried and refried, or tried and we're done, we're through. Where they at? Done. Like those Milwaukee niggas, the niggas that fell out doing the flat Earth doctrine that was over there on the West Coast, California. Where they at? Gone. All right. So just another statistic, casualty. Keep going.
John. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him that would ask the more.
Right. So if you got this truth, that means the Lord trusts you with it. Okay. But really, you know, those guys they set up because Yahweh Shemiah Shah already knew the end from the beginning. Because, you know, we just all just playing our parts. Okay. How much can you get 1 Peter 3 and 18? You'll read that to 20.
You said 1 Peter
3.
1 Peter 3. You say what verse?
18. Yeah, to 20.
This is 1 Peter chapter 3, starting at the 18th verse. it says, for Hamashiach also had once suffered for sins, just for the unjust, that he might bring us to power, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. 19. By which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison. 20. Which sometime were disobedient, when once the long suffering of power waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was a preparing, with wherein few, that is 8 souls, were saved by water.
Yeah, that was the point. Yeah, so only 8 souls were saved. Okay, 8 souls. That's it. 8 mortal men. Well, yeah, mortal men and women were saved. That's it. Okay, because if you teaching like wayward doctrine like this, you pretty much want Yahweh to go back on the cross again. Because like he done already done died once. You know, because like he done already done suffered and went through being spit on, beat, embarrassed, humiliated, nails in his hand, mocked. Okay, and you trying to do that again, and you putting Yahweh Bashmi to open shame, especially if you go back into the world. Okay, bro, y'all can go to. Did you have another one? That was yeah, that was 20.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you. Okay.
Yeah. So bro, y'all go to 2 Peter 2, and you're gonna read that. Start at verse 1 and read that to 3. Then you're gonna hop to 12.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, starting at verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction.
I see a quick destruction. Okay, so yeah, so for the brothers that's new, that's coming in, you know, hey, you gonna learn with the quickness that it's false teachers even amongst Israelites. Okay, because you know we all been there at that beginning stage, like, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite, They just keep the laws, and then you come into the truth, you like, damn, it's niggas in here too, you know, because yeah, niggas everywhere. All right, and really they even worse than Christian pastors. Keep going.
Verse 2, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Right, and you even got Christians that's saying like, oh yeah, this is nonsense. You know, you got Shikari saying, yeah, the ways of the books of Paul are not authoritative. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you niggas are tripping, bro. Keep going.
And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
That's right. Go ahead. 18.
Verse 18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error.
Right, yeah, so they allure through the flesh, because they got, Shikari, they got the fitted hats and the Jordans and the t-shirts and the Hebrew and the Hellcat, hip-hop music and whatever. It's real, like the scripture says, it's real alluring, Right. It's to get people in, but hey, that's why we here at Great Millstone, we say what? No gimmicks. You just get straight 100% raw the truth. That's it. If that ain't good enough for you, you're not a man of the Lord. Because a truth is good enough. Because it's all we want.
I was gonna say, like, when you teaching them 100% truth, you can't trim the truth down to make people love you, because the truth is not always gonna come out as pleasant as people think. Truth
Sure.
hurts, man. It's when you jakes that be trying to trim your ways to seek love, man. Nah, man, don't be doing that shit, man. What this guy doing in that video, man, that is teaching bullshit, man. Damnable heresies, man.
Really, Jake treat this thing like a commercial or marketing campaign.
Right.
It's like, the rap videos and all of that stuff. It's to make people of the world feel comfortable.
Right.
If you're being honest, it's to make people of the world feel comfortable and look at it and say, oh, well, shit, I fit in here.
Right.
I fit in here. I ain't got to change nothing. They, you know what I'm saying? They doing the same shit I do. They just rapping about the Bible.
Right.
But that ain't.
It's not even about that.
You ain't even. You really, honestly, if you feel comfortable, if it's your first time seeing Israelite camp or Israelite videos, and you feel comfortable, like, oh well, shit, this look like it's the place to be. Well, you looking at the wrong people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When you first see, I know when I first saw like Israelite camp and everything, the first person I saw was Manat Zakba, right? At the time I was smoking weed, and it was like every video he like, put the blunt down, Jake, put the blunt down, and I'm just sitting there feeling like, damn.
Yeah, because we all get cut.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So and that's how it's supposed to feel. Like once you get past that, then hey, you realize that was the Lord correcting you. Oh, what verse did you leave up on?
18. I stopped at 18. So we're on 19 now.
Alright, kind of keep going.
Verse 19, it says, while they promised them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption, for of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage.
Right, so yeah, they promising them liberty. Okay, they making it seem like, oh yeah, you can get a wife. IUIC, you can get a wife, you can get a husband. We gonna travel here. You gonna get this, you gonna get that, blah 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 blah. But hey, you brought into more bondage. Telling you gotta drop your worldly wife and get with a sister in a congregation. Right? Where's that in the scriptures? Keep going.
Verse 20, for if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Keep going.
For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
Right. So yeah, dog returned to his own vomit. That's pretty much what you are, man. And so you a pig. Like first you was clean, now you dirty again. Alright? And like that dog that threw up, going back to eat it. That he just threw up. It's nasty. You just threw it up, why would you eat it? Alright? So yeah, in which the scriptures compare you guys to what? Natural brute beast. You an animal. Shit, that's the shit the animals do. And I read this. So this is 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they are not all of us. But you have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things. Right? So yeah, So yeah, those guys that went out from us, they was never of us. Okay? But you have an unction. You know, like a hunch. You know all things. You know, because you got Israelite camps. Oh man, nobody got 100% truth. Nobody, man. Like, man, like that's an arrogant statement. Like, no, bro. We got 100% truth as far as what Yahweh Shemiashai wants us to know.
Right.
Like all the other planets and all the other elements and stuff, and how the inside of a chariot gonna look. That's gonna come later. Like I don't know what's so hard about that to understand.
Right.
Yeah, you was gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say like that when it says you have unction from the Holy One and you know all things. It didn't say you know some things. It said you know all things. If you know all things, you know the 100% of something.
Right.
You know, so obviously there has to be 100% truth somewhere, and that's why we say at Great Millstone we have the 100% truth because we're not teaching 98% truth. You know, you got 98% truth but 2% lie. You know, it's that's not how you do that, man. The Lord don't like that shit where you gonna teach some of the truth, man. Like what you got going over there in these other camps teaching that the mark of the beast is sin, the mark of the beast is sleeping with white women, man. It's not the 100% truth, man. Y'all got leavening in y'all camps, man.
Kind of, man.
And then that's another thing too that just proves the scripture's right, because you know the scriptures say little leaven at the whole lump. The camps who they may start off going off on certain small things, then you see later on
Get bigger.
it's getting bigger and bigger. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like with Sakari, they don't believe that Paul's writings are of any authority.
Right.
You know, IUIC with the whole the hell doctrine and everything. And even you other camps who we get on you about certain prophecies like the MOTB. You know what I'm saying? Certain things y'all might have right, but hey, it'll come out if y'all are teaching other things that are just wild and off and just completely contrary to the scriptures.
What's that one camp? They used to be called, one body. Y'all not even calling yourself one body in Yahushua anymore, man. Now it's just one body. I remember they did a video talking about there was no chariots. Basically Moses didn't do no miracles, or the Lord didn't do no miracles when he delivered us out of Egypt. You know, they just denying the powers that be, man.
That's right.
Yeah, like the brother said, it's gonna grow. Like first you deny Paul, then the question is, okay, well then you have to deny Peter because Peter backed up Paul, and then when the guy actually let's go to Luke, then it's Luke. So now it's no Luke. So then it's just gonna keep going. So who do you listen to?
Yeah, like his excuse was Luke wasn't even there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you
say
talking about?
They say the same with Mark too.
Yeah, Mark was a student of Paul.
I know he said Luke was a student of Paul, which is true, but they said I don't care what Mark said. So they basically dismissed Mark. So there's Mark, Luke, Paul. So you got to not preach. You see, it just grows.
12.
Yeah, it just grows to show that you're accurate.
Ain't basically when you read the 12 apostles' accounts, they basically is giving their words on what happened with Yahushua based off faith.
Yeah. Okay, what you got?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, starting at the 4th verse.
All
right. Isaiah chapter 1, starting at the 4th verse, it says, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, and they are gone away backwards. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and purifying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Okay, so these guys that these heads of these camps, okay, they're evil, okay, and they're corrupters because you have guys out there that's really searching for the truth, okay, and they're not giving them the 100% doctrine, okay? And when you don't give it 100% doctrine, like, teaching the true names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay, when you talk about there is a hell, okay, you're forsaken, okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay, and you provoke them to anger.
Right, you're scattering the sheep.
Come, okay.
You confusing everybody.
Right, and then it says, why should that be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. So when we come out and tell you, hey man, you going off, they just totally keep going backwards, okay? Okay? The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint, right? They hard-headed, right? And they don't have any faith, in these scriptures. Okay?
You got one? What you got?
John 4 in verse 38, because he want to say what Apostle Tahar is teaching is kindergarten level, and this nigga obviously think he's on a different level. So I guess this nigga graduated and we still at a base level according to him. This is John chapter 4 and verse 38. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labor, other men labor, and ye are entering into their labors. So going all the way back to the original 12 apostles, man, they labored the truth, man. They set the foundation. And now we got our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They laid the foundation, man. We are entering into their works, man. For you to say, oh, what Apostle Tahar is teaching is kindergarten level, where do you learn from? You had to learn from them, But that's the problem with Jake. Their ego and their pride get in the way. They want to be the top dog, They want to be over somebody, And that be the problem, Just follow the scriptures, man. And the scriptures talk about that. He that exalted himself should be a base, man. And the scriptures even say, give your elders double honors, man. So who are your elders then, man? Like Jake just be trying to make a name for himself and trying to make his own labors, man, when the labors already been set for you, man. Yahweh Shai made it easy for you, man. Just to teach the word like how you was taught, man. Come on, man.
Come.
I got a precept. The book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 18 and 19.
It's a good one.
Kind of says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book.
Right. So yeah, kind of self-explanatory. You can't add or take away from the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because it's already written. So like, hey, in this life, we all students. The Lord already got the book. All right. It's what history and Proverbs, wise sayings, Ecclesiastes, since the beginning of time, and you got niggas out there that's taking advantage of that. The Lord was so nice and so generous, he gave you a book so you can learn, but niggas trying to overthink it, exalt themselves, and they think that they smarter than the Most High, like they got a better idea. It's pretty much the spirit of what? Esau, Just stick to the doctrine, man. Like it's literally so simple.
And then what did Yahweh Shai tell us, man? Take the low, man. Ain't nothing wrong with being lowly right now, man. Because the Lord even said it. He that is exalted shall be abased, and he that is abased shall be exalted, man. Why you just can't wait to be exalted by the Lord himself, man?
Right. Because really, they don't believe in the Lord.
So the feminine spirit, man. Right. Just like woman, you over the woman, but the woman gonna try to come in and be over you.
Right.
That's a feminine spirit, man.
It is, yeah, because a woman is naturally disorderly.
God.
You know, like you have to put her in order. All right. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. So kind of, so we're gonna go ahead and end it off with that, and we hope that you brothers and sisters learned something that you got out of this lesson. All right. Until next time, we'd like to give all praises and honor and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kakwadash. We want to say Shalom and Baba Bo.
Bye.